welcome to the KTV newscast for Monday, October 30th, 2017. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Put your hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Catella Knights. It's going to be a marvelous, motivational Monday at the best school in America, where most people keep it simple. And hopefully you are one of those. And if you've got a problem, please tell somebody about it so we can help you and maybe keep those problems from getting any bigger. So tell somebody if you got a problem. Right, we had a great football game last week. We had some great volleyball, some great water polo, a lot of good stuff going on, but I'm saving that for sports for later. Teachers, we have a motivational video for you coming up at the end of announcements. So I hope you enjoy that. Pay attention to it. We all might find a bit of inspiration from the message that you will see after announcements. So with that, let's all have a great day. And I think we got Halloween coming up tomorrow, and there'll be some people talking to you about that. For Halloween, everybody always wants to know what's acceptable, what's not. You know, get creative. Have fun with Halloween, because it is kind of a fun thing. And the thing you want to avoid, you know, out there when you look at all the costumes, there's the sexy this, the sexy that, and all that. If it has sexy in front of your costume, don't wear it, okay? Because we're not into that. We're into having fun and being like spooky and all that kind of stuff. So all those little sexy costumes, sexy nurse, sexy stewardess, and all that. Don't wear that stuff. Let's just focus on creative costumes, all right? Because we do have a dress code, and we still need to follow it for Halloween. And the masks, you can wear a mask for the Halloween costume contest, but you can't be wearing your mask throughout the day because we need to know who you are and who's on campus. So that's that. I'm sure ASB will come up with some more Halloween announcements when I'm done. With that, we have Mr. Gompert and Ms. Diaz for some college news.
Okay, are you doing social media or are we on? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so good morning. Just wanted to set up a few reminders. We have our financial aid night, Cash for College night, on November 8th. This is going to be for seniors and their parents. And so seniors, if you're feeling like your parents may not understand the process and need some clarification, this is going to be a really good opportunity for them to come. So if they won't come on their own, bring them, because after our presentations, you're going to have an opportunity to be able to start the application and be able to finish it on this night. So it'll be here on campus. Also, just want to give you an application tip. For those of you that are completing your four-year applications, remember that we do have workshops available. Yes. So we do want you to come in if you have questions. You don't need to come if you don't have questions, and you can go ahead and submit your applications when they're ready to go. But if you do have questions, you definitely want to come in and see us because we can help you through. One of the application tips I want to give you has to do with the Cal State application. When you're filling that out and it's asking for your parents' financial information, this is really important you get this correct because it's the answer to that question that will determine if you will get a fee waiver for the application. So this is a real big change. So once you put that information in, if it's not correct, let's say you estimated and you overshot, you may not qualify for the fee waiver on that application. You cannot go back. So it's important that you're filling that out correctly because that's going to determine if there's a fee waiver for that or not. So just keep that in mind. Also on Thursday, we're going to have the personal insight question workshop we had scheduled before, but unfortunately he was ill who's presenting. So he's going to be back on Thursday, and we already have a list of those that signed up, but if you didn't sign up for it and you're applying to a UC school, this is going to be a good opportunity to come in to really understand what should you be including in those personal insight questions. This can also help for you if you're going to a private school and filling out the common application. Just getting some insight on what those questions are really seeking can be really helpful. So that's this Thursday. So if you didn't sign up, come see Ms. Diaz and she can get you signed up.
Yeah, and remember we will be having the clinic during second period and then the workshop at lunch in the Career Center on that day as well. Right. So it's very important that you all attend.
Yeah, so the second period is the presentation, and during lunchtime you can come in and actually ask specific questions about your essay you've already written or whatever that might be. Yeah. So that's the workshop. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. All right. So next up is Pink Ribbon Week, or Kellogg, brother.
Hey Knights, I'm Taylor and I'm from Pink Ribbon Club, and I just want to thank everyone that participated in today's Spirit Wear, and to not forget that tomorrow is Halloween, so dress up in your Halloween costumes. And then Wednesday will be Disney Days, so wear anything that relates to Disney. And remember that all these Spirit Weeks are leading up to our game, Shoot for the Cure, on Friday at 6:30 to 8. Thank you, and next up, yearbook.
Hey Knights, I'm Giselle Monterosa, your yearbook staff member. And I'm Ashley. And we just wanted to remind you to use your guys' hashtags to come out in the yearbook. So if you're going to post a picture on Instagram, please hashtag your pictures. And next up is ASB.
Hi Knights, my name is Alex Alvarez and I'm your ASB president. I just want to let you guys all know that Spooky Night is tomorrow. It's taking place here on campus from 6 to 8 by Night Country. And we're going to have lots of games, food, different things, the haunted house as well. And we're going to have a costume contest for the younger kids. So make sure you guys come out, and the entrance is going to be a can, so a canned food item to get in. And thank you, and now here's more ASB.
Hey Knights, I'm your sophomore class officer, Alexa.
And I'm your other sophomore class officer, Dominic.
Just a reminder, today we are delivering your boo grams during 4th period.
And just a thank you to everyone who bought the grams. Is greatly appreciated.
Yeah. And next up is more ASB.
Hey Knights, I'm your ASB Pep and Spirit this year, and I'm just here to remind you that the pumpkins are due tomorrow because tomorrow is the pumpkin carving contest. So make sure you turn that in by tomorrow. And tomorrow is also the Halloween costume contest. So if you have a nice costume, make sure you show up to the stage, or the area might be changed, so we don't know yet. But make sure you show up because you could win prizes. And for the pumpkins, there's as well 3 sections, so 3 different classes can win a donut party. And next up is more ASB.
Seniors, this is just another reminder that you must be caught up with your senior package payments. The entire senior package must be paid off by November 15th.
And this is just a reminder as well for the students who bought senior gear that we are currently in the process of ordering the gear as well. So we'll keep you updated on that as well, but just know that we're in the process of ordering them.
And for the senior gear, there will be no refunds, and we will not be exchanging sizes anymore. Next up, more ASB.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Ramontes, and we are here to announce the winners of the Red Ribbon Week door contest. And did you watch the World Series game yesterday? Holy smokes. I mean, what do you need drugs for? Just watch that game. That thing was up and down every which way like a roller coaster. It was a cool game. But we have right here Jacqueline Juarez, Samantha Leon, and Lindsay Diaz, and they helped me out. And I want to thank ASB real quick for all the help and support. Because obviously without ASB, we can't do all these fun activities and all these fun contests. So I want to thank Mr. Wilmuth and all the ASB crew that makes Katella such a cool school. So we have Jackie, Samantha, and Lindsay, and they're going to tell you all the winners.
These are the winners for the door contest. First place is Miss Goronsky, second place is Miss Montgomery, and third is Miss Pills and Miss Lopez.
An honorable mention? Can we get an honorable mention? Listen, we had about 25 teachers that participated in this door contest, and that's very cool. We will do a PowerPoint and show like the top 5 or top 6, and we'll put it in there for Mr. Newmanville to put in the awards and all that stuff. But we had Miss Goronsky got first place, Miss Montgomery got second, third place was Miss Pills and Miss Lopez. They tied. We had a runoff, and then honorable mention was the who? Miss who? Miss Neal. Oh, they did a good one. They did a very good one, but they had to put drug stuff in there, so it was a technicality. All right, but other than that, it was cool. Have a great week. Enjoy. And next is the word of the day.
The word of the day is seek.
Seek is a verb meaning to try to achieve or get something. The student was seeking to get his work done for his class.
Good morning, Katella Knights. This is Janet Kareem with your KTV News Sports Update. Congratulations to the varsity football team in our 35-0 defeat of Magnolia on Friday night. Offensively, behind a great offensive line, Nate Arrington threw for over 300 yards to Ed Williams and Carlos Guerra, to name a few. Defensively, the front played great while the secondary shut out the Seminoles. The team is now 8-1 overall and 4-0 in league play. Go Knights. That's it for me. Now back to your news.
Students, Pink Ribbon Club, in an effort to honor and support Breast Cancer Awareness Month, will have its annual Shoot for the Cure basketball game on November the 3rd. Tickets will go on sale Monday, October 30th. Ticket prices will be $5 with ASB, $6 without, and $7 at the door. Come out and support.
Catella's LGBTQ/Straight Alliance will be having a meeting this Thursday during lunch in room 2204. New members are always welcome.
Speech and Debate Club will be having a meeting in room 205 in the math building.
And now for a Motivational Monday video.
I was 18 years old when I got married. I belonged to a very conservative family, a Baloch family, where good daughters never say no to their parents. My father wanted me to get married, and all I said was, if that makes you happy, I'll say yes. And of course, it was never a happy marriage. Just about after 2 years of getting married, about 9 years ago, I met a car accident. Somehow my husband fell asleep and the car fell in the ditch. He managed to jump out, saved himself. I'm happy for him. But I stayed inside the car and I sustained a lot of injuries. The list is a bit long. Radius ulna of my right arm were fractured. The wrist was fractured. Shoulder bone and collarbone were fractured. My whole rib cage got fractured. But that injury that changed me and my life completely was the spine injury. Many people came to rescue. They gave me CPR. They dragged me out of the car. And while they were dragging me out, I got the complete transection of my spinal cord. Those 2.5 months in the hospital were dreadful. I was at the verge of despair. One day, doctor came to me and he said, well, I heard that you wanted to be an artist, but you ended up being a housewife. I have a bad news for you. You won't be able to paint again. Next day, doctor came to me and said, your spine injury is so bad, you won't be able to walk again. I took a deep breath and I said, it's all right. Next day, doctor came to me and said, because of your spine injury and the fixation that you have in your back, you won't be able to give birth to a child again. That day, I was devastated. I started to question my existence. Why am I even alive? So what kept me going was, one day I asked my brothers, I know I have a deformed hand, but I'm tired of looking at these white walls in the hospital and wearing these white scrubs. Bring me some colors, bring me some small canvas. I want to paint. So the very first painting I made was on my deathbed, where I painted for the very first time. What an amazing therapy it was. Without uttering a single word, I could paint my heart out. I could share my story. People used to come and say, what lovely painting. So much color. Nobody could see the grief in it. Only I could. And that day I decided that I'm going to live life for myself. I am not going to be that perfect person for someone. I am just going to take this moment and I will make it perfect for myself. That I'm going to fight my fears. So I wrote down one by one all those fears. And I decided that I'm going to overcome these fears one at a time. You know what was my biggest fear? Divorce. But the day I decided that this is nothing but my fear, I liberated myself by setting him free. And I made myself emotionally so strong that the day I got the news that he's getting married, I sent him a text that I'm so happy for you and I wish you all the best. And he knows that I pray for him today. Number 2 was, I won't be able to be a mother again. And that was quite devastating for me. But then I realized there are so many children in the world, all they want is acceptance. So there is no point of crying, just go and adopt one. And that's what I did. I gave my name in different organizations, different orphanages, and I waited patiently. 2 years later, I got this call from a very small city in Pakistan. I got a call and they said, are you Muniba Mazari? There is a baby boy and would you like to adopt? I could literally feel the labor pain. I said, yes, yes, I am going to adopt him. I am coming to take him home. And that day, I was 2 days old, and today he's 6. You know, when you end up being on the wheelchair, What's the most painful thing? People think that they will not be accepted by the people because we, in the world of perfect people, are imperfects. So I decided to appear more in public. I started to paint. I have done a lot of modeling campaigns. I decided that I'm going to join the national TV of Pakistan as an anchor person. I became the National Goodwill Ambassador for UN Women Pakistan, and now I speak for the rights of women, children. I was featured in BBC 100 Women for 2015. I'm one of the Forbes 30 under 30 for 2016. So when you accept yourself the way you are, the world recognizes you. It all starts from within. We have this amazing fantasy about life. This is how things should work. This is my plan. It should go as per my plan. If that doesn't happen, we give up. I never wanted to be on the wheelchair. Never thought of being on the wheelchair. This life is a test and a trial, and tests are never supposed to be easy. So when you are expecting ease from life, and life gives you lemons, then you make the lemonade, and then do not blame life for that. It is okay to be scared. It is okay to cry. Everything is okay, but giving up should not be an option. They always say that failure is not an option. Failure should be an option, because when you fail, you get up, and then you fail, and then you get up, and that keeps you going. Embrace each and every breath that you are taking. Celebrate your life. Live it. Don't die before your death. Real happiness lies in gratitude. So be grateful, be alive, and live every moment.